Most people believe hard work automatically leads to wealth. Wake up earlier, stay later, sacrifice weekends, and success will arrive. Society praises hustle and grinding, but reality looks different. Millions of people work extremely hard for decades and still live paycheck to paycheck. Hard work alone increases exhaustion, not wealth. Without leverage, ownership, or smart positioning, effort keeps people in survival mode instead of creating real financial freedom. Hard work usually increases earned income, which is directly tied to time. When you stop working, the money immediately stops. This creates a strict income ceiling. No matter how motivated, disciplined, or talented you are, there are only so many hours in a day and only so much energy in a body. Rich people understand this limitation early. They know income based only on time can never create freedom because time is limited, fragile, and impossible to scale efficiently. Another hidden problem is that hard work is often rewarded with more responsibility, not more ownership. Employees who perform well receive more tasks, tighter deadlines, and higher expectations, but rarely a meaningful share of profits. This leads to stress and burnout, not wealth creation. The system rewards reliability and obedience, not independence. Working harder inside the same structure usually benefits the company, shareholders, or managers far more than the individual worker over time. If you're interested in money, be sure to subscribe, like, and comment. Thank you. Working harder also increases expenses in ways people rarely notice. As income rises slightly, many upgrade lifestyles, spend more on convenience, food, transport, and small rewards to cope with stress. Taxes rise, energy drops, and savings remain low. This creates the illusion of progress without real wealth. Many hardworking people earn more than before, yet feel poorer, busier, and more anxious. Effort without strategy often leads to higher costs, not financial security or long-term stability. Leverage comes in many forms: investments, businesses, automation, and ownership. Even learning high-value skills can act as leverage when combined with scale and smart strategy. One smart decision can outperform years of manual effort. Rich people prioritize activities with exponential upside, where results are not directly tied to time spent. Ordinary workers stay trapped because every dollar still requires another hour of labor and energy. Hard work is not useless, but it must be applied strategically and with vision. Rich people work hard at the beginning to build assets, systems, or knowledge that compounds over time. Poor people work hard forever just to maintain their lifestyle and cover expenses. The key difference is direction and strategy. Effort without a long-term plan leads to exhaustion. Effort aligned with ownership, growth, and smart investments creates momentum, wealth, and lasting financial freedom for decades. Many people fail to realize that working harder often increases stress more than wealth. Long hours, constant pressure, and multitasking can damage health and relationships. Rich people understand that mental and physical energy are limited resources. They focus on high-impact activities that grow assets and income rather than just hours worked. Managing energy and attention is as important as managing money in the pursuit of real financial freedom. Building assets is more important than earning a bigger paycheck. Rich people invest in businesses, real estate, stocks, or intellectual property that produces recurring income. Ordinary people rely solely on salaries, which stop when they stop working. Wealth comes from ownership and compounding value, not effort alone. One well-placed investment or smart business decision can create years of income without additional work, something no amount of overtime can match. Automation multiplies effort without extra time. Rich people use tools, systems, software, and even employees to perform tasks repeatedly and efficiently. One action can generate results hundreds of times over, while ordinary people repeat the same manual labor endlessly. Scaling effort through automation, delegation, and leverage allows rich individuals to grow wealth faster, preserve energy, and focus on new opportunities that continuously increase their income and freedom. Rich people treat mistakes as learning opportunities. Failed investments, business setbacks, or financial errors are analyzed carefully. Lessons are applied immediately to avoid repeating them. Ordinary people often ignore errors or panic, losing money and confidence. Viewing setbacks as a guide rather than a punishment allows the wealthy to refine strategies, improve decision-making, and maintain progress even when challenges arise, turning mistakes into long-term advantages. Networking is a powerful form of leverage. Rich people surround themselves with mentors, advisors, and like-minded peers who understand money. These connections create opportunities, partnerships, and insider knowledge that ordinary people rarely access. Access to the right circle accelerates wealth growth far beyond individual effort. Networking enables learning from others' successes and mistakes, opening doors that working harder alone could never provide. Hard work without financial education rarely creates wealth. Rich people continuously learn about taxes, investing, markets, and money management. Ordinary people rely solely on what they learned in school or from friends, missing strategies that preserve and grow capital. Knowledge compounds like money, each lesson builds upon the last. Financial education empowers people to make smarter decisions, spot opportunities early, and avoid traps that consume time and earnings. Rich people focus on long-term results, not instant gratification. While ordinary people spend extra income on short-term pleasures, the wealthy reinvest it into assets that grow over time. They understand the power of compounding and delayed rewards. Every choice is evaluated for its impact on future wealth. Prioritizing long-term value over immediate satisfaction allows rich individuals to steadily accumulate assets and financial security rather than constantly trading time for money. Smart risk-taking separates rich people from ordinary workers. Wealthy individuals diversify investments, carry insurance, and plan for emergencies. Ordinary people often ignore risks or overreact, leading to financial setbacks. By balancing risk and reward intelligently, the wealthy protect their wealth while continuing to grow it. Calculated risks multiply opportunities and income streams, whereas fear-based decisions keep others trapped in cycles of debt and limited earnings. Mindset determines financial outcomes. Rich people see money as a tool, not just a reward. They focus on systems, assets, and strategies that generate growth. Ordinary people often view income as a limited resource to spend, leading to scarcity thinking. A strategic, abundance-focused mindset encourages proactive decision-making, disciplined spending, and continuous learning. The way you think about money directly impacts your ability to create and sustain wealth over time. Wealthy people leverage debt strategically. They use loans, mortgages, and business credit to acquire assets that generate income. Ordinary people often take high-interest consumer debt, which drains resources. The difference is knowing which debts produce returns and which only create burdens. Properly managed debt multiplies wealth and accelerates financial growth, while mismanaged debt keeps people trapped in a cycle of payments and stress. Generational wealth is a key focus for the rich. They build assets and systems that outlast them, including properties, businesses, and investment portfolios. Ordinary people consume wealth as it comes, leaving little behind. Planning for future generations ensures financial security for children and grandchildren. This approach allows assets to grow continuously, creating stability, freedom, and opportunities that compound across decades, far beyond a single lifetime. Financial discipline is essential. Rich people track spending, follow strict budgets, and invest consistently. Ordinary people may earn the same or more but lack control, letting habits erode potential wealth. Discipline transforms income into assets, enabling growth and security. Without it, even high earners remain trapped in a paycheck-to-paycheck cycle. Regular evaluation, planning, and disciplined execution are the foundation of lasting financial independence. Opportunity cost is a hidden drain for most people. Every dollar spent on instant gratification is money that could have grown through investments, businesses, or assets. Rich people understand this principle, prioritizing high-return opportunities over short-term pleasures. Ordinary people often consume without considering lost potential. Recognizing the true cost of spending allows the wealthy to channel resources into growth, compounding income and assets over time. Learning from mistakes accelerates wealth. Rich people analyze failures, adjust strategies, and act on lessons. Ordinary people often repeat errors, like overspending or taking bad debt. Continuous refinement builds resilience, improves decision-making, and prevents traps that keep others financially stagnant. Treating setbacks as guidance rather than punishment allows the rich to grow smarter and wealthier, turning mistakes into stepping stones rather than obstacles. Networking and influence amplify wealth creation. Rich people build relationships with mentors, advisors, and peers who understand money. These connections create opportunities, deals, and insights that ordinary workers rarely access. Being part of the right circle accelerates growth beyond effort alone. Strategic relationships allow the wealthy to leverage others' knowledge, resources, and networks, multiplying their own ability to earn, invest, and expand financial influence. Mindful spending is key to financial growth. Rich people evaluate every purchase for value, necessity, or potential return. Ordinary people act on impulse, trends, or social pressure. By tracking expenses, avoiding waste, and prioritizing investments, the wealthy ensure money contributes to growth instead of disappearing unnoticed. Conscious financial decisions preserve capital, maximize opportunities, and accelerate wealth accumulation over time. The difference between building wealth and staying broke is mindset, habits, and strategy. Rich people focus on long-term growth, investing, discipline, and education. Ordinary people often ignore these principles, staying trapped in cycles of limited income. Understanding this difference empowers anyone to take control, build assets, and achieve financial freedom. Strategic actions compound over time, separating those who grow wealthy from those who remain financially stuck. If you found this valuable, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to learn more about money habits and wealth strategies. Start applying these principles today. Track your spending, invest smartly, and build systems that work for you. Every small step compounds into lasting financial freedom. Take control now and begin your journey toward wealth and independence.